Alright, motherfuckers. What are we talking about?
Well, you've softened a little bit. I remember.
If they saw the episode of the draft, then they know how not good you thought the first round went. Fuck!
Very not good.
But
Very not good.
But spoiler alert, he's figured out a way to cope with it, and he's.
Yeah, I have my coping mechanism.
So Kadarius Toney is your first pick.
No, he wasn't. See, the Giants.
See,
the Giants traded down, and they got a first-round pick for next year in Azeez Ojulari.
He was your first pick.
And then with the second pick, they took Kadarius Toney. That I can be okay with.
But that's not how it went.
That's not how it actually went, though.
I think you guys.
Like, so the victor goes to
you're
spoils.
Mandela affecting me.
So the victor goes to spoils, but you guys haven't won. Like, in fact, you're telling us that you lost the draft by taking Kadarius Toney in the first round.
Are you more mad about that or the whole Bobby Hart situation?
Bobby Hart, we're going to trade him for like a 5th or 6th rounder. I'm going to laugh.
I'm so happy.
When we trade him for
Bobby
somebody
Hart.
for a 5th or 6th rounder, I'm going to laugh.
Because what's going to happen is
That's
Bobby
what he
Hart's going
does.
to come into a game for the Bills, completely whiff a block, and I'm going to look at Adam at the bar and be like, I fucking told you.
We drafted 2 offensive linemen in our third and our first 4th round pick. One of them, Spencer Brown, going to be the swing tackle, that 6'8" athletic freak who out of Northern Iowa, who I was probably the only person who screamed yes outside of his family when he got drafted. And then we also got another kid who's one of those like, he's got developmental potential, which you hate hearing. But when you get to day 3, that's really what you're aiming for. Because if you made it to day 3, either that or you have some very big red flags, medical or otherwise.
But yeah, so that's how I've come to grips with the Kadarius Toney pick, is that I am ignoring it.
But I brought this up also. Slayton has 1 year left on his contract, and I know that
You're a fan of him. Like, I know Slayton's your boy. He's won you some money in DFS.
Who's your first pick
been
in
your
the draft?
fantasy draft a bunch.
Him and Preston Williams.
He was
That's
like
a nice little one, too.
5th or 6th round pick?
5th.
5th. So obviously, and he's produced well beyond what you expect a 5th round pick to do, especially because he got pushed into it. But maybe this is the option where it's like, hey, we gave Shepard his money. We just gave Galladay a suitcase full of money. Let's get somebody who's on cost control possibility, so that way when Slayton goes, we can still keep 3 wide receivers. Plus, you got injuries. Plus, I know you have the O-line problems, but this is a make or break year for Daniel Jones. Like, I think that you don't have to be a Giants fan to understand that.
He's entering. He's entering the year that Sam Darnold did last year for the Jets, basically.
Year 3.
But that's also why I really wanted them to go O-line. And I even from Dave
help him out.
from like a person who likes being employed, I don't understand how Dave Gettleman didn't try and protect his job.
Well, he's already been employed for so long. At this point, he doesn't need to work.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure his IRA is maxed out. But yeah, the Azeez Ojulari pick I love. Trading down in the first round to get another first round next year and still getting Azeez Ojulari, phenomenal. That's why I'm like. That's why I'm like.
He's got some hands, man.
Yeah,
I don't think he had a choice.
And he's got some good get off. He doesn't have the bend that you want to see. Like you see those guys like obviously I'm going to the peak, but Von Miller has that bend. Or Elvis Dumervil is like that best example I remember. I don't know if you remember him. He was like that 5'8" defensive end for like outside linebacker, mostly for
he was a little
Denver, but then he played his end of his career with Baltimore. But he was so able to get like perpendicular to the ground, and he was already so
That's
short.
what I like about Rousseau.
We'll
get to the Bills in a minute, I suppose. We'll get to the Bills in a minute.
Right,
I
so
do like Ojulari a lot.
Your first round consists of,
In my mind,
Tony,
or in
which
reality?
was your first pick?
in reality,
You got an extra first round pick. Plus, I think also didn't you get also a couple mid round picks with that too?
Yeah.
But let me ask you something.
and then
You were mad about this, but if you're Gettleman, and after what the Cowboys and Eagles did to basically fuck you, didn't he have no other choice?
Like
Devontae
Devontae
Smith was going to be that pick, and then the Eagles, and you know the Cowboys after taking CeeDee Lamb last year, still having Gallup and Amari Cooper.
I
We're
would
not going to
And
grab.
the
him.
Eagles
would've taken
already
Rashawn
fucked you last
Slater.
year in the last game of the year.
I would have taken Rashawn Slater, or when they traded down, I would have taken AVT.
Okay.
But ABT.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't at that point.
You traded too far down at that point, yeah. And the Jets were like, we're not letting that slip.
Cheers to that, huh? What are you doing?
He's pouring you another shot.
it's just a taste.
He
Look,
cheers. You guys.
that's all it is. Just a taste.
And then,
But
where do I have my fucking notes?
But the reason I was talking,
I'm gonna have
like,
to
the
stay
reason
here
I think
tonight, man.
that
I don't
Devontae Smith was obviously like an obvious target beyond
I
what
don't know. You didn't the last time.
beyond the
So.
story beforehand was
Well,
because
I
they
stretched
ended up
it out.
drafting Kadarius Toney. So if you end up drafting a wide receiver after trading down, there's a good chance that a wide receiver was the target before that trade that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be perfectly honest, I don't understand what.
So
the
round
Eagles are doing.
2, who'd you get?
Azeez.
That's
Azeez was the second round pick.
Yeah.
So that's why
I thought you had another one.
No.
Or no?
No, they
All right.
trade. They got a
So
the
round-
first round next year.
So round 3, what'd you get?
So round 3, they took Aaron Robinson. who definitely feels a need to continue bolstering the secondary. He's a big press man corner, so that's 4-3 man. That's my defense. That's, in my opinion, the best defense. So I like that. Like that they got him for that. He's big, according to some people. He's measured at 6'1".
That's what she said.
Yeah, and then under my cons, he can't play outside. This dude is just a slot corner.
I don't think that's true. To be perfect. Wait, the corner. Sorry, I thought we were still on. I thought he was still bitching about Tony. That could last a while sometimes. You can understand why my sense time.
It's not like we won't hear it again, because we will.
You had
And so will you.
Probably shortly. You had like restrained aggression. You're like, well, why the fuck would you do that? I was sitting right next to you.
Because
I was like so angry that I was just confused.
Yeah.
It was like when they took Daniel Jones instead of Josh Allen.
You said, I'm pretty sure verbatim. Why the fuck would you do that? And we loved it, but
The funny part also is that all the talk leading up to the Daniel Jones draft was they were going to draft. They wanted Daniel Jones at 6. All the talk leading up to this draft was that while I agree that maybe wide receiver wasn't the choice, that Gettleman was leading wide receiver. So it's not like you were surprised by it. You were just
I'm
still
just
angry.
flabbergasted at this shit decision making.
The fact that he still has a job.
Yeah, why don't I have this job? I'll do it for a whole digit less. How's that? Take a digit off.
take a 0 off the salary.
Exactly.
Move that decimal over.
What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? You're saving a shitload of money on your GM.
That's a very good point. You'd probably be the cheapest GM in history in the last 10 years.
Lifelong fan. I'm going to do what's best for the team.
I don't think it works like that in like it doesn't matter.
So
time out. Before you go any further, let's take this this shot here.
So the cons to Aaron Robinson, I'll talk about why we're going Bourne.
Oh, by the way, I thought that was a great pick, honestly.
Yeah.
That was not good with that Canadian milk too. So I said
These
something.
pretzels are making
Robinson's
me
the third round, right?
Robinson's the third one. So by
Central Florida?
I didn't write down the college, but you know your shit.
What's that from? You got that right?
He's from UCF.
No,
Seinfeld?
I liked him.
Anyway.
I was watching him before, right? He's a physical guy.
So by some accounts, the dude's 6'1". By other accounts, he's 5'10".
So he's 5'11".
That is a large discrepancy in size.
So he's 5'11", 5'11 and a half. That's not short for a cornerback. That's just not tall.
Yeah, that's like average size for a corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I mean, the fact that he's just a slot corner, I mean, I think Logan Ryan is also a slot corner rather than a safety. But
You're right.
the depth chart has him listed as a safety, so...
How long are his arms, though? You know? What's the arm length?
That's
Arm
a good
span.
point.
That's what I want to know. What's it from here to here? I want to know that dimension.
No.
From where to where, and I'll get a ruler.
I'm sure that depends on whether he's 6'1" or 5'10".
Well, the other thing is this: Logan Ryan also is a veteran, so he's on the wrong side of 30 at this point. He got brought in because of the.
Where'd that Rutgers
familiarity
kid
of
get
the system.
signed?
Which one?
McCourty.
Miami. Jason went down to Miami.
Yeah.
What is that, a brother of the McCourty brothers?
They're the twin. No, he's talking about the other one. They both played for New England last year. Jason was the one who was a cornerback drafted by Tennessee. Devin is the one who was drafted and played safety for New England his entire career. Jason just went to Miami. Devin is still in New England.
So then, coming into the fourth round, they took Elerson Smith, who's like Gregory Rousseau light.
Okay.
He's tall and lanky. He's like 6'6".
I like that
But
size.
just this last year, he went from 225 to 260.
So he's still growing into his body, though. So that's
Yeah.
also that's one of those ones where you're like, okay, he's underperforming in college, but
That's a lot of weight to gain in 1 year.
yeah, there are like players
That
who,
is a lot.
yeah,
That
like
is
there
a
are
lot.
those tight ends that put on 30, 40 pounds. Like I mean, Jason Peters did in the NFL, but there's plenty of examples in college where it's like people get there. It's like, hey man, you just don't have the chops to play tight end. We're gonna have you gain 30 pounds and you're gonna play tackle.
What pick are you at? 5?
So I'm still in the fourth round. Elerson Smith, I said he was skinny. He has no run-stopping ability. The Giants really liked him at the Senior Bowl because of his pass rushing ability. But he's a 3-4 edge only, and a 3-4 sucks. So not too happy with that pick.
Okay. So what would you grade that pick?
I mean, the Giants do need more edge help. And as much as I don't like it, they do play 3-4 occasionally.
They play a hybrid, morphing defense,
Yeah.
which turned out to be very good last year because
They
you
were
guys were
very
better than
good.
some of your
They were
parts.
very good
So
last
getting
year.
this guy who can rush the passer, well,
Give him a shot.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
yeah, I'd say
Okay.
B minus.
You're also looking for special teams guys at this point. You got to lower your expectations when you get to day 3.
Well, we got Gary Brightwell up next, running back. Adam, where's he from?
Brightwell.
I have no
Brightwell.
idea.
We did need another
That's
running
actually a very
back.
good question.
He's a power zone runner,
Which is my preferred way to
Whoa.
run the ball.
Wow. Anyway, sorry.
Wow! What a hole!
That's why you want Sweden
That's
to
somebody's daughter, Steve.
I thought me and him established this earlier. Yes.
Yeah.
I was not looking at who the team they were
That's the
facing.
pre-content. You don't want to spoil it now.
So Brightwell, he's a power zone runner. That's
What am I
me,
taking her out to
Marshawn
dinner?
Lynch.
That's how we want to see the ball run.
He has great game speed. Like, he shows better on tape.
What
On
was her
tape,
name?
he's the
Sophia
fastest
something?
dude
Look at
on the
those
field.
fucking eyes, dude.
Yeah, she's locked in.
Woo!
All right, everybody settle down.
On tape in the games,
This Brightwell's the fastest dude on the field. He did not test that well, but
So Brightwell's a what?
running back.
Okay.
Um,
Is he good?
I think he's pretty good. He reads the plays well. When he has the ball in his hands, he has that Le'Veon
factor.
Bell-esque
So you gotta
where
run-
he can read the blocking and then run behind the block. Like
I
he
wouldn't even.
doesn't run into the
You
offensive
mean
line.
you mean Curtis Martin? I wouldn't even give Le'Veon Bell the credit.
Well,
I mean,
Well,
Le'Veon
I
Bell won a Super Bowl with it,
So
so
what?
I'm gonna give him the credit for it.
He's not very good anymore.
Hey,
I
neither
was
is Curtis Martin, my guy.
What? He's like the 4th all time or something.
Did he win?
He's not that good anymore.
Was he there when they won that second ring? I don't think he was there.
No, he
I don't think
wasn't.
He doesn't have a ring.
Him and AB won one together.
No, they didn't. AB won one in Tampa. That was his first one.
Oh,
Really?
I'm thinking Santonio Holmes at the back.
Stay in your lane, bro.
Who else you got, bro?
So the cons for Brightwell, he doesn't have that many reps. So I don't know if he's going to break down or if he's going to be like a quality used car that you get with low miles, still has a lot in the tank.
Arizona.
That's what they did with Rashad Jennings.
Arizona. That's right.
So Herm Edwards.
Arizona. No, Arizona State is Herm Edwards.
Oh, okay,
This
my
is
bad.
the Wildcats, not the Sun Devils.
The
hell's a Sun Devil?
This dude is not consistent in pass protection.
Hot devil.
So like sometimes he picks up that edge rusher
Right?
real well,
Right?
Okay.
but other times he just completely whiffs. And then the only other con that I have is fumbles, especially in the red zone. Not all of them are credited, but the guy dropped the ball and put it on the ground. So don't fucking do that.
Wow!
Stop watching curling.
It's what I'm talking about, USA!
Next up was Rodarius Williams, which I believe was the 5th round. Great name.
That is a great name.
He's Greedy Williams' older brother.
Oklahoma State, right?
Where'd Greedy Williams go?
He was LSU.
Oh, well, this guy was not that good.
He didn't go to
Never
DBU.
know.
So he didn't go to DBU.
He's a press man corner, so again, very happy with that.
Why is he depressed? Just kidding.
Because he got drafted to the Giants.
And like you and Matt,
He's the older brother, but he's considerably smaller than his younger brother.
You gotta out me like that?
Yeah, I do. He has a lot of experience in fancy but shitty packages, is what I called them.
Oklahoma State did run a bit of
Like the
game
4-2-6 or the 4-1-6 or the 3-2-6.
You know when 4-1-6 is dime and 4-2-6 is nickel, right?
Is that what nickel is?
Yeah, you got
Well,
four-
who gives
four down-
a shit?
4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 6 D-backs.
Well,
Or
it's still-
5 D-backs, sorry.
it looks weird written out. He also has more than 3,000 snaps.
I call
and the-
defense on Madden.
And then we'll go to the cons. Who the fuck takes 3,000 snaps in college? That's a lot.
every down
Come on. My note on here just says, come on. He's 25, almost 26 years old as a rookie. So I know that makes
He's old.
you very
That's,
happy.
that's very old.
Yeah. He has 277 special team snaps.
That might be why he get drafted then.
And my note on that is good players don't play that many special team snaps.
No, that's not true.
Their special teams is a very valuable part
Devin
of the
Hester
team.
for crying out loud. Come on.
You're gonna take the
crying
best
out
ever.
loud.
That's like, oh, Jerry Rice liked running routes. Yeah, no shit.
Terrell Davis.
Did not play special teams.
He
that
did,
long.
and that's what got him his start.
Yeah, but he didn't have 300 snaps coming out of college at special teams.
Prove it.
You look it up. You were looking this up.
You're the one who made that claim. I did not say that he didn't. I didn't put a number, an arbitrary number. Of
Deion
saying how many
Sanders
he's
plays
had.
special teams
Is
quite a
that
bit
the last
too.
pick?
That was the last pick.
All right. Do you